What employees want is to be stretched beyond their day-to-day tasks, no matter what experienced people are, how experienced people, what experienced people are, no matter what. Otherwise, no matter what experienced people are, how experienced people are, they need to be challenged to grow. Finding small ways to test their skills and expand their experiences helps people grow. In some companies, there are slack time lists that allow people to take on different tasks outside their everyday work when things are slow or they are waiting for direction. These tasks are important but not urgent. It might be to build on a collection of data or research work, all things that you'd love to accomplish if only you had the time. This way you can keep your staff productive when there are lulls in the schedule. Anybody can add to the slack time list. It simply needs to be approved by someone in authority to make sure the tasks are worth performing. To take and productive. Our love affair with shopping began in ancient Rome, the city that became the center of the world's commerce. More than 1 million people lived in Rome by the 3rd century AD. In order to feed this unprecedented population, vast warehouses and markets were needed. 괜찮은 것 같고, such as the fruit and vegetable market at the Forum Holitorium and the cattle market at Forum Boarium. But the Romans were not satisfied with food alone. The specialist shops, whose window displays catch our eye on Main Street or in the mall, making their first appearance in Rome. Rome, where there were shops for books, for precious stones and furniture. Rome even had the first supermarkets, known as Horia. Many Romans lived in tabernae, consisting of 1 or 2 rooms which opened directly onto the street and which, as well as homes, doubled as shops or workrooms indeed. Look around the alleys and squares of old Rome today, and you will see that there are still many shops that open onto the market and open onto the street, often without glazing or doors, and which are sealed at night using shutters. Looking around 라고 해야 될 것 같다. 어휘적절성 파악. How the bandwagon effect occurs is demonstrated by the history of measurements of the speed of light. Because this speed is the basis of the theory of relativity, it's one of the most frequently and carefully measured quantities in science. As far as we know, the speed hasn't changed over time. However, from 1870 to 1900, all the experiments found speeds that were too high. Then, from 1900 to 1950, the opposite happened. All the experiments found speeds that were too low. This kind of error, where results are always on one side of the real value, is called bias. It probably happened because over time, experimenters subconsciously adjusted their results to match what they expected to find. If a result fit what they expected, they kept it. If a result didn't fit, they threw it out. They weren't being intentionally dishonest, but just influenced by the conventional wisdom. The pattern only changed when someone lacked the courage to report what was actually measured instead of what was expected. Someone lack의 반대말은 용기가 어쨌든 풍부한 사람이. 그러면 number 7 정답은 2번. number 8 틀렸다. 3번. 왜냐하면 서울이라고 알려진 tabernae, specialist shops in the mall을 주어로 하는 완전한 문장을 이루기 위해서는 수로 동사의 시제가 뭐라고? The specialist shops whose window displays catch our eye on Main Street or in the mall made their first appearance in Rome. 그러므로 the specialist shops 이게 주어야 whose window displays catch our eye on Main Street or in the mall 여기까지가 수식어구고 their first appearance in Rome 이게 동사가 필요하구나. made라고 바꾸고 where there were shops for books, for precious stones and furniture. 그리고 여기는 두 개의 절이 and로 연결된 상황에서 and you will see that there are still many shops, blah blah blah. 그래서 첫 번째 문장 Look around the alleys and squares of old Rome today, and you will see that there are still many shops that open onto the street. 이걸 분사구문으로 쓰면 어떻게 돼야 돼? Indeed. Like, looking around the alleys and squares of old Rome today. 그럼 그때는 and가 빠져야 되는 건가? 그런가 본데. 그러면 어쨌든 10번의 gateway question number 5. 그래서 exercise